Cirque has been an important part of the creativity cluster for Quebec. This is something that has emerged. A lot of companies around the Cirque are also kind of evolving. So there's probably thousands of people that are dependent upon the Cirque's health. The current shareholders have a plan to reduce the debt substantially and to reinvest in the business. So we are becoming a lender, to a large part, of the relaunch of the Cirque in an instrument that is fairly secured, although there's always a risk. And we also are anchoring anchoring conditions that will respect the fact that the Cirque will remain a property of Quebec, where we're going to employ Quebecers. It's going to be managed by Quebecers, and we're going to have eventually an option to buy it back. So I think it's the condition precedents are there to justify the government to be involved. We will do that for other companies as well. We are in a pandemic situation where there's a financial crisis, so a lot of companies will require assistance. The program I've announced 7 weeks ago, pact of $2.5 billion, that's part of the program. So there's others that will come like that.
And just to clarify, Quebecers might become one day owners of SNC.
Yeah, well, the arrangement is that when the foreign shareholders, namely Fosun, the Chinese partner, and TPG want to sell, we want the option to buy. Of course, at that point, we'll figure out if someone else wants to manage it. It's not the intent of the Minister of Economy to manage the Cirque du Soleil. I can assure you of that. At the same time, I want the control on who's going to buy, because if we don't have that clause, TPG or somebody else could sell to whomever. And then we could lose the importance of the Cirque for Quebec. And that's a situation I didn't want to have. Well, to me, Cirque du Soleil is a very important cluster, or a very important piece of a cluster of creativity in the cultural side. So 1,300 employees from Quebec, lots of intellectual property, lots of profit before financial expenses. So to me, to have the Cirque anchored in Montreal, to be surrounded by rules that will maintain it in Montreal was very important. And I think the instrument that we put together, to me, I feel very good. Actually, if I could, personally, I would invest in that instrument, but I can't. So I think it's a good investment for Quebec.